How we doing, everybody? Welcome to the LIVESTREAM Whiskey Room. It is Whiskey Wednesday night, folks. How we doing? What is going on? Thanks for joining in with me tonight. Gonna be another fun live stream tonight, guys. We have 4 more blends to go. We have 4 more after that, so 2 rounds left before we get to the finals for both the consolation and also the championship round. We have some heavy hitters in the going for the goal tonight, so it should be a ton of fun. It's gonna be awesome. Gonna kind of say hi to you guys in the chat. We had the ever famous pregame squad in the house. Love it. Led by my buddy Trev Wilson, fellow drummer. How you doing, buddy? Brandon Elliott was here early. The Bourbon Buddies, Neil the Deal. Neil, your blend is in the running tonight, so but we'll get to that a little bit later. We have Rebecca Page in the house. Thanks for coming in, Rebecca. Appreciate it. We also have, let's see, Doug Tempest is here. Tim Gargis. Brandon Elliott's here. Let's see. I think I saw you earlier. Victoria C is in the house. How you doing, Rebecca? I'm sorry, Victoria. Thomas Buck is here. Brian Brennicky. Let's see, who else? Killer Jolt is here, nice and early. ADHD Fishing's in the house. How you doing, guys? The Bourbon Buddies and ADHD Fishing, they both have some channels. Go check them out, guys. ADHD is pretty new, so definitely go check out his channels, doing some hysterical stuff. Bourbon Buddy is also putting out some great content as well. Richie Z, the ever-present Richie Z's in the house. Let's see here. Jason Coates is here. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Tom R is here. How you doing, Tom? Thanks for coming in. We have Jason Coates. Saw you before. Brian Brennicky. Steve A is here. How you doing, Steve? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in, buddy. Always glad to see you, Steve. Brandon Weiss. David Hatton's here. David Lawn. Chad Wallace. Alex Scavo. Stellar Matrix is here. Stellar, how was your trip to Kentucky? Looked like it was a blast. Nick Foles is here. How you doing, Nick? Andrew Spurrell. It's Whiskey Wednesday time. That is right. Michael J is here. How you doing, Mike? Karen B. Ford is here. Patrick Cohn. Oh, Patrick. I'm still dreaming of that Glendronach you brought to the Bastards Ball. I think it was so amazing. Steven Sussman is here. Mose Chun. My buddy Guy Davis out in Indiana. Cap and Make It Happen. ADHD is killing it with his video today. Yeah, the video that ADHD put out there for the Jim Beam repeal batch was pretty awesome. Mark JG is here. How you doing, guys? All right. So before we get started, again, as I usually do, I want to say thank you to my patrons. I want to call out a couple new patrons that I just got this week. Greer Crabtree, Scott Samsel, Donald Rance, Victoria Camacho. Thank you so much for becoming a value patron. Hope you're enjoying some of the cool first takes that I'm doing on my Patreon page. So I want to say thanks to you guys. If you're thinking about being a Patreon, definitely check out the channel. There's a lot of different tiers. I have a lot of cool swag and some other stuff coming out available for patrons only, including my second coin. So, guys, get ready for that. Stellar Matrix said, it's wonderful. Brought back some great bottles. I'm sure you did. So if you see here, I have some really cool bottles here. We're going to pop open with you guys. Hey, Alan is here, the whiskey friend. How you doing, Alan? If none of you have checked out Alan, the whiskey friend, does some amazing Scotch videos. He is creeping up there in subs. Definitely give him a follow. Dude, isn't it really late for you, Alan? I always feel so bad when you come in and you join in. But thank you so much. So this is what we're going to do tonight, guys. I'm going to give you some first takes on some of these new whiskeys tonight with you guys because I want to taste them, go through them with you a little bit, get the palate ready, and then we're going to dive into round 3 of Blendageddon. In between, we are going to do Guess the Bottle and play Let's Whiskey Make a Deal again. Let's make a whiskey deal. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll do, again, 2 more samples, 2 more chances for people to pick either what I'm going to give them, or they could take in one of 2 boxes. I have 2 boxes tonight to choose from. So basically, you have 3 choices. So it's going to be a fun stream tonight, guys. Eric Evanson is here. How you doing? Texas Whiskey Live. Oh, Mash and Drum swag. I'm going to need some of that. Thanks for coming in. Josh Galladay and Gretchen. If you guys haven't checked out Texas Whiskey Live, please do. Got to hang out with those guys down in Texas, and they are the salt of the earth. They're amazing. Hey, Scotty from My Bourbon Journeys here. Okay, so before we get into the tasting, guys, we have a we have a couple of cool news stories that I want to get into real quick. There's not a lot of news that came through the wire, so I figure we'll have some time to taste these bottles as well. But first, let's go into the first news story tonight, guys, which is Diageo unveiling the 2019 special release collection details. That's a lot of releases right there. Back in July, there was some early news about the 2019 Diageo special release collection. At the time, they didn't have all the details yet, but we knew which bottles would be included in the lineup, but the ABV, cask info, and prices were not public. Now, all the information is available. You guys can go check out, I think you go check out Diageo. They have all the information for these bottles. I'm not going to run down all the info for each bottle, but what I can tell you is the years. There are going to be 5 available kind of outside of the United States and Europe, and there's only going to be 3 of these available in the United States. So the available 3 in the United States will be the Pittyvites 29 year, the Mortlock 26 year, and the Singleton of Glen Ord 18 year. Those are the 3 that will be available here. Available elsewhere outside the United States will be the Cardew 14 year, the Kraganmore 12 year, the Dalwhinnie 30, the Lagavulin 12, and the Talisker 15. So that is those are the details for the. I mean, if you guys are if you want some more information, Diageo I think has the breakdown of the ABVs on all of these. See if they're worth it. That Talisker 15 is kind of piquing my interest right away. Actually, if I had to pick one of those. All right, number 2, Woodford Reserve Masters Collection, the Chocolate Malted Rye. For the past 13 years, Woodford Reserve has released limited edition whiskeys underneath those Masters Collection umbrella. The first release comes in the spring, the second in the fall. With every release, Master Distiller Chris Morris changes one source of Woodford Reserve flavor to see exactly where. Oh, I lost my place. One source of Woodford to see how it affects the final product. In fall of 2018, he produced 2 different Masters collections: the Select American Oak Bourbon and the Oat Grain Kentucky. I was not a fan of that Oat Grain. Now in 2019, Morris and Woodford releasing the Masters Collection Chocolate Malted Rye. This was born when Morris discovered that toasting rye grain for an extended period of time makes it taste like chocolate. Morris worked with assistant distiller, master distiller Elizabeth McCall to produce the expression. This is 70% corn, 15% chocolate malted rye, and 15% malt. Bottled at 45.2% ABV, the usual 90.4 proof for Woodford. Suggested retail price of $130. This hit shelves this month, guys. So I can tell you I had a little bit of a preview of this way back, and it was actually really good. So I'm excited to try that one. I don't know if I would want to do $120 though. I'll taste it first. Next up is one that I'm very excited for, guys. My hero, Lagavulin Offerman Edition 11 year is here. The news leaked out several months ago that beloved actor and whiskey enthusiast Nick Offerman was getting his own Lagavulin expression. Offerman is long associated with the Lagavulin brand. His character from Parks and Rec, Ron Swanson, always kept a bottle of Lagavulin on hand. He has also produced content with the brand, including the now famous Lagavulin Yule Log, when you can just sit and watch him drink Lagavulin 16 for 45 minutes. One of my favorite videos. This 11-year-old limited edition single malt, the Offerman collaborated with the distillery manager, Colin Gordon, to select the liquid to be used in this expression. It's 11 years old, bottled at 46%, has a suggested retail price of $75. It's exclusive to the United States and hits shelves this month. I did see that a couple of these popped up in Columbus already, so I'm going to go hunting for one. Hopefully I could find one. Next news story, guys. Another one I'm very excited for. The Bruichladdich Black Art 1994 edition 7.1 25-year-old is here. This is the 7th in the limited edition Bruichladdich Black Art series. The whiskey is a 1994 vintage, commemorates the last time that Bruichladdich Distillery closed. It was purchased and reopened in just 2000. Not that long ago, if you think about it. This 25-year-old Scotch single malt is master distiller Adam Hannett's 3rd Black Art release for Bruichladdich. As with all of the Black Art releases, the recipe remains a secret. While the types of cask used are not disclosed, we do know that it aged entirely on Islay. This is unpeated, bottled at 48.4%. non-chill filtered, and has no artificial coloring. 12,000 individually numbered bottles were produced. Available now for $352 US money. It's a lot of US money, guys. And last story of the night is Aberfeldy. Bacardi Limited introduces the Aberfeldy and Craigellachie Exceptional Cask Series to the U.S. Bacardi Limited plans to release 5 limited edition single malt whiskeys to the United States in November 2019. The whiskeys from Scottish distilleries Aberfeldy and Craigellachie are part of the annual Exceptional Cask Series. Plus, for the first time ever, the brand is bringing the series to the United States. Malt master Stephanie McLeod and hand selects each of these rare singles cask and double cask bottlings. The Aberfeldies that you see there on the screen is the 18-year. That comes in at 53.8% ABV for $200. The 19-year single cask comes in at 19 years old. First fill sherry butts, 56.6% ABV, also $200. The exceptional cask 24-year is also first fill sherry, 53.9% ABV, and available for $300. Now, the Craigellachie exceptional casks are 19 years old, 55.2 for $200, and another one at 23-year-old, first fill Oloroso sherry cask, 57.5% for $300. So that is the whiskey news. So some pretty cool bottles coming out. I'm really excited about that Lagavulin 11. I was going to actually drive to a store and try to pick it up tonight. But there was actually a lot of traffic in Columbus tonight, so I didn't head over there to get it because the store that had it it was about 45 minutes away. So hopefully more stores get it close by. So all right, let's go back to the main scene. So first, I'll give you guys the choice in the chat. First, while you're deciding, let me know what you guys are sipping on tonight. Hey, Dusty Dan's in the house. How you guys doing? Dusty is here. If you guys haven't checked out Dusty Dan, please do. He's putting out some amazing content with some of those old Dusty bottles. So go check out Dusty. So this is the new Maker's Mark wood finishing special release. I want to thank Karen B. Ford in the chat for helping me get this bottle. This is their special release. This is a cask strength special release for Maker's Mark, and they're using their special RC6 series stave profile. These are seasoned staves for about, I think 18 months, and then they're toasted in an oven for an additional amount of time. And then they age the whiskey exclusively in this barrel made from these RC6 staves. So do you guys want me to crack this one open first? Or I have the new Knob Creek Quarter Oak, which is here, which is a new release. You guys choose which one you want me to go in. I'm going to warm up the palate here tonight. All right, let me see here. Oh, Bourbon Buddy says, drinking some Old Forester 1920. He's in love. Oh, okay. Stellar Matrix is opening up the Corsair Oat Rage tonight. Nice. I love that chocolate bomb. So cool. It's so good. Knob Creek. Mark J is drinking some Westland Peated. Very nice. Oh, Bart Beckman says the ECB. We're going to get to the ECBP C919, so don't worry about that. Oh, thanks. This is the new shirt. Makers, Monkey Shoulders. Oh, Roscoe's drinking Monkey Shoulders. All right, looks like Makers is winning out here, so we'll do the knob right after. But let's open up this one. This one seems really interesting. All right. Oh, nice pop there. Let's get a pour. Gonna use my mash and drum glass for this tonight. There we go. So this is 108.2 proof or 54.1% ABV. Good proof point. Makers tends to be very sweet, very fruity, but this RC6 stave profile is supposed to enhance that. So let's see what we get here with this one, guys. Let's get some air in it. I love how people are just writing knob. Knob. Karen B. Ford is sipping the Makers, yes. Yeah, Fat Trumpet. I will be doing the knob right after, absolutely. Peter White is drinking the Alberta Premium Cask Strength Fruit Bomb. Nice. Man, you guys drinking some good stuff. Eric Evanson said slob the knob. We will be slobbing the knob. Trev Wilson, whenever that shirt is available, I need to get me a Glennon shirt ASAP. Yeah, I have a lot of swag coming in right now, guys. I have these new shirts are being printed right now. I have some new Mashing Drum hats coming in. My second coin, the next drum and the kit is being made right now. So I got a lot of cool stuff coming in, guys. Wow, it really is super fruity on the nose. This is apples, pears, cinnamon, some juicy fruit gum. Definitely a good amount of oak in there too. Some barrel char, cinnamon. But this is really, really fruity. This has a lot of fruit aspects to it. It's like an orchard. I'm just making a reference back to that crazy. Still wait a minute. Oh, Tab A Key donated $4.99 through Super Chat. Tab A Key. Oh, he's still waiting on that shirt. I'll have a shirt for you, buddy. $40.99. Thank you so much, Tab A Key. I'm gonna give you. I had the symbol right here. It's a little hidden, but rock and roll, baby. Thank you so much, man. All right. Hey, John Watson's in the house. How you doing? Yeah, this is an absolute fruit bomb. It's really nice. You could smell a little bit of there's a little bit of a musty wood note in there too. Like some musty oak to kind of go with that fruit. You go a little bit deeper there. Interesting. Probably from that toasting, but there is some rich caramels in there too, I think, from that toasting, that stave. All right, let's go for a sip, guys. Cheers. Oh, wow. I like that a lot. It's very, it's very corn and fruit forward. You could taste the wheat in there. I think the staves are enhancing that wheat flavor. This is like, but there's a lot of fruit in here too. A lot of cinnamon. I'm getting a rich almond kick in this too. A lot of like heavy toasted almonds. That's probably from that RC6 stave, I would imagine. It has a really strong almond flavor to me. Karen Ford, you're sipping on this. What are you getting on this? Linux Clad, do you know of other whiskey tubers who play an instrument? Well, I know the bourbon, but I think Neil, he plays. I think Neil, don't you play drums? Or yeah, Neil plays drums. So Neil the Deal from the Bourbon Buddies, he plays drums. I know that I think Drew from Scotch 4 Dummies, he plays keyboard pretty amazing. If you guys listen to Perry from This Is My Bourbon podcast, he's an amazing guitarist and singer as well. So yeah, we're out there. Yeah, that's nice. It's fruity. It's not peanut forward, but there is a really, like, I hate to say the word marzipan, but there's a very sweet almond flavor to it. It's really nice. There's also still getting the apples, the pears, baking spices on the back end. It drinks really easy, which is a little bit, I mean, this is cask strength, Maker's Mark, so it drinks really easy for a cask strength bourbon. It's got a really nice flavor profile. I'm going to let that open up. I'm probably going to do a full review on that one. But so far, really good. Trenny and C are musical. Okay, cool. Oh, Drew can play. Yeah, Drew plays piano. Yep. Yeah, we're all very multi-talented. We would love to start up a whiskeytube band and have a drum session, but too bad we're all in different states. I'm getting the slightest hint of licorice, too, on the back end. Almond licorice. This thing is kind of going everywhere, so I need to kind of mess with that one more and keep tasting it. But so far, really good. It's very interesting. It's changing every time I go back. Cool. I like that one a lot, actually. All right, let's go into the knob. But first, you know what time it is. Time for some water. Okay. All right, we have 80 watching right now. Awesome, guys. I know the playoff game is on, so I'm sure a lot of people watching the game. A lot of Nats fans I know are pulling for them. If you guys haven't yet, take a minute, hit that like button if you could. Always helps the video and the channel. I really appreciate it. All right, so this is the Knob Creek Quarter Oak. Basically, what this is about, this is just regular Knob Creek, and what they did was, this is 100 proof. And what they did is they took, they made basically a quarter barrel, and they aged the Knob Creek, I think, for almost 2 years in this quarter oak barrel. So it should have an oakier profile, which would be interesting. So let's get a pour of the knob. Time to slob the knob. Okay, here we go. A nice pour. These are the friggin' playoffs. Karen B4 says, I can't stay away from it. Spencer Mavs multitasking, watching you and the game is on in the background. Oh, very cool, man. I appreciate that. What's the score, by the way? Anyone have a score? I didn't see a score until the last one I saw was the Astros had tied it up. So did the score change beyond that? So like I said, guys, it's 100 proof. It's got a really nice bottle to it. Quarter oak, gold label. It's a nice bottle. All right, let's go on the nose and see what we get here. Yeah, definitely a weak pop, Enrico. Oh, it's 2-2, bottom of the third. Okay. Wow, this is really oaky. It's definitely got more oak than your standard Knob Creek to me. I don't think, though, it would have more oak, though, than the Knob Creek single barrel, though. Going bulb deep when you're going Karen. Trev Wilson, what does quarter oak mean? It just means that they made a quarter cask. It's just a smaller cask. It's a quarter size of a full size cask, and they basically took the Knob Creek. They took that bourbon and then they left it in a quarter oak barrel for, I think, almost 2 years about. I'll double check that, but I think it was almost 2 years from what I remember. Brandon Weiss, more oak than McKenna 10-year. I would say it's about the same. I don't think it's any more or less. This one is pulling out definitely some more vanilla. I think, when the whiskey expands, gets into those lignin layers of the wood and starts pulling out more and more vanilla, you just get some more, there's a smaller surface area, some more contact by that liquid in that smaller barrel. And I think that's what they're experimenting with. All right, let's go for a sip, guys. Cheers. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of vanilla in here. This is very, very vanilla forward. I'm not getting as much oak on the palate as I was getting on the nose, but it has a lot of vanilla, and it's a little bit spicier. There's a little bit more spice to this, which I, again, would think they're pulling those tannins from the oak, and it's got a little bit more of a spice kick. I like that. I like the spiciness of it. Let's go for another sip. It's good. I mean, it's got a little bit more oak, a lot more vanilla than I remember on a Knob Creek. But, yeah, the finish isn't long, but it does leave this little lingering spice there, which I kind of like, which is nice, which I don't get often from regular Knob Creek. Let's go for one last sip. Yep, vanilla. I did say vanilla, didn't I? I tried to totally bypass that, and you guys caught me. Damn you. I was like, vanilla? Yeah, vanilla. I never even say vanilla funny. It came out really weird that way. I don't know why. That last sip I took was just kind of thin. The flavor is kind of going away now. It's still giving that little bit of a spice, but it's not really complex. I think the oak gave some attributes to it on the nose, but on the palate there is a little bit more oak, not much. Yeah, for a 100 proofer, I would just expect to be a little bit more robust in flavor, and I'm just really not getting it. On the finish, you get that little bit of a tingly spice, but this is all just vanilla oak, some caramel. It's not super complex. I don't know. I probably wouldn't buy this one again, but it's, you know, it's all right. I'll probably review this one too. Yeah, all of a sudden I'm Southern. All right, guys. So what we're gonna do now is get to the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof C919, which I cracked open yesterday on another round. If you guys watched that one, but I want to get some air in this bottle a little bit because I'm gonna be doing a video. My next video is gonna be all three from this year in one video. I'm gonna be feeling good after that video. That's for damn sure. And just for fun, I also brought out the B batch, which was the lowest proof one, just to kind of pick up some differences. Because I definitely liked B over A, but C is pretty unique. C tends to be my favorites, as you guys know from the releases. Let's go to the C. So this is the C right here. Pour a little of that. For those of you guys that don't know, the C batch came in at 136.8 proof. Holy shit. 68.4% ABV. I mean, this thing's just ready to kick you in the nuts. All right. And then we go down on the B batch, which is only 122.2. So this one has a lot less, well, not a lot less, but it's definitely got enough that you're going to taste the difference probably. The C batch came in really hot for my patrons that are watching. I did a first take of this on my Patreon page, so you guys kind of knew how strong it was in alcohol when I first tried it. But it's opened up nicely. So this is the C and this is the B. So let's go to the nose real quick, guys. Chad Wallace got your cup on, Jason. I hope so, man. Yeah, so the B batch to me is more of that really nice Elijah Craig, that peanut forward, that caramel Cracker Jack, some cherry notes in there, really nice oak. But the C batch, again, I don't know what it is. The C batches just come off a little bit more complex. This one, there's a chocolate note in here that I really, really love. You're getting that peanut note. You're getting the cherry, a ton of oak, a lot of sweet flavors. Obviously, there's, you know, the usual. You get some pure vanilla extract in here. But the thing that differentiates the C batch for me is I'm getting this really nice milk chocolate note in it. No, I just love that about C. Hey, Whiskey Crusaders, what's up, buddy? Blend the B and the C. All right, well, let's try them first, and then maybe I'll do a blend, see how it comes out. Let's go to the B first. Yeah, the B is still kind of just incredible to me because it is 122 proof, and you know, but most of us that like barrel proof things, it drinks really easy for a barrel proof Elijah Craig. So being 122.2. Even though it is still pretty high, it drinks really easy and still stays super flavorful. That's what I love about the B batch this year. Yeah, just all that spicy oak and the way it coats your palate. Ugh, I love this. Please don't ever mess with this bottle, Heaven Hill. Please do not mess with it. G-Man, where can we buy the C919? I don't know, man. If you have Elijah Craig's barrel proof anywhere near you, then keep an eye out for it. Karen, no, I did not do the C918 side by side yet, but I probably will. I'll probably do it in the, I don't know if I could do it in the review. I don't think I'm going to make it through that review if I do it that way too. Holy crap. That's a lot of barrel proof bourbon. Now the C919 is going for a sip. Yeah, see? No pun intended. See, the C batch just has another level of, there's just something else to it. I don't know what it is every year. The C batch is just more mouth coating. It's just thicker, more viscous. The way it coats the palate, there's that really beautiful chocolate note to it. Chocolate and cherry and peanut. Damn, that's good. One more sip here. Oh yeah, man. I'm gonna need to compare that to the C918. That's freaking delicious. That is, again, everything you want in a bourbon. It's mouth coating. Very, very mouth coating. I cannot get it like off the sides of my cheeks here. It's just sticking. Really nice spicy finish. Tons of vanilla, caramel, cherry. That chocolate note is what's kind of differentiating itself from A and B from this year so far. But yeah, I can't wait to do the video for these three. But awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, for Rebecca here, let's blend them. And we'll get one more sip before we dive into Blendageddon. And we're going to do a giveaway real soon, guys. We're going to do, let's make a whiskey deal right after this sip. Luis Ochoa adds C919 to the never-ending whiskey list. Yes, please do. Ooh, on the nose, this blend is pretty damn good. I still smell the chocolate, so I feel like the C919 is trying to like overtake the B batch here. Johnny Drum, what is it about the sea, the trees during a certain time of year? I don't know. I wish I could figure it out. It's really just the last 2 years. In my opinion, you know, and you guys could disagree, the B batch, the B517, I think was better than the C917. I really like that B batch. That was a really stellar bourbon. But the last 2 years, these two, the C batches have just been on another level. I would put this up against last year's George T. Stagg any day of the week. Yeah. The blend is good, but I like the C by itself. Yeah. Oh, actually, the second sip was better. But yeah, I think I like when you mix them together, you lose the nuance of the C batch. You don't really taste the cherry as much. I think the peanut from the B kind of takes over a little bit. You still get a little bit of the chocolate, but it's not so much there. But the C batch by itself, if you guys see the C919 at any point, at any time, just don't even think about it. Just grab it. As long as it's under, it's like $80 and under. But I mean, if you think about it, I would take this over last year's George T. Stagg, and George T. Stagg, you know, I paid a crap load of money for. So, even if this was $100, I'd probably still pay for it. But that's me, because I love this stuff. All right, let's move these bottles out of the way, guys. And let's get ready for Blendageddon. While I'm setting up, I want you to look at tonight's contenders, and here they are. So in one corner, we have, that's right, guys, you are reading that correctly. It is Mrs. ADHD Fishing. That's right, ADHD Fishing's lovely wife has submitted a blend. Apparently, she's been talking trash to Mr. ADHD Fishing to see which one's better, and we're gonna find out tonight if she has what it takes to go to the finals with Mr. ADHD Fishing. Also, Neil the Deal's in the house with the from the Bourbon Buddies. His blend is in tonight. Also, Richie Z His blend is in, and also Cap and Make It Happen, John Picard, their blends are in. So get ready, guys. It's going to be awesome. Yeah, good lineup tonight. We have some really heavy hitters. Here they are, guys. Here are the 4. But before we do that, it is time for Let's Make a Whiskey Deal. That's my my game show voice. Steve A, there's a reason I'm so glad that ECBP is relatively available. Hell, they still have bottles of A119 or B519 on the shelves at some local stores. Yeah, that's what's amazing about it. That's why I hope Heaven Hill does not mess with it. Please do not mess with it. Okay, guys, so here is the Let's Make a Whiskey Deal. So if you guys didn't play last week, this is how it works. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a silhouette of a bottle. And that silhouette will actually give you the chance, the first person in the chat to guess the right silhouette for that bottle has a chance for this round to win a sample of the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof C919. Or if they don't want to try this, they could go for what's in the box, either box A or box B. It's up to them. So this is the choice you have first, and in box A or box B is your next choices if you choose to take the box. So here comes the first bottle. Start your guessing now. All you got to do is name the brand of this bottle, guys. No, Scott, you're wrong. It's not a dick in a box. Oh, Steve A. got it right away. Good job, Steve A. It is Iron Root. This is Iron Root Harbinger, guys. That is from Steve A. Good job. Congrats, buddy. Let's go back to the main scene. All right, Steve A., it's up to you. Do you want the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof C919, or do you want what's in either of the boxes, A or B? You can either pick the box or go with, just stick with this one. It's up to you, buddy. Steve A is saying box A. Woot, box A. All right, guys, he wants box A. Let's see what is in box A. So that means he is foregoing the Elijah Craig small batch, going to box A. Let's see what's in box A. Oh, that was my drumstick. It is. He wins a sample of the Cleveland, Ohio Christmas bourbon. Good job, Steve. This is a spice-flavored bourbon whiskey coming in at a whopping 86 proof. It's a brand new release here in Ohio. I really hope you enjoy it, man. This will be your next sample. Congrats. Oh, he'll have the C919 the next okay. Steve A says, what on earth is that? So Cleveland Distilling is it's a distilling company here in Ohio, obviously with the word Cleveland. They've created some questionable whiskeys and bourbons, but this is always their most popular for some reason. So this is the new batch for this year. It's a spice flavored bourbon whiskey. Let me see. I'll read you a little bit here of what it is here. It has nutmeg, cinnamon, along with orange peel, sweet cherry, black peppercorns, and a touch of licorice and clove. So, congrats, Steve. I love you, man. You're going to get a sample of this. I'll reach out to you soon. All right, let me switch up the next one. Because we're going to do another giveaway, guys. Let me put this away here. All right, we are set up for the next one. But first, let's go into the blind tasting here with our next round of Blendageddon, guys. Steve A, that sample bottle will sit on my shelf and I'll try it like Thanksgiving or so. That'll be perfect, man. Made from Cuyahoga River water. It might be. All right, guys. So let's unleash the whiskey hats. Let's mix these up. So good luck to all the contenders that are watching right now. Let me have my notes all set up here. I have the results right here for round 3. We'll open it up as soon as I'm done, and we'll figure out who's moving on to the next round. Hey, Numenium's in the house. How you doing? UHF fans. Numenium, I love UHF. I love that movie. Weird Al is awesome. Weaver, you're so stupid. I love that movie. I hope that's what you're talking about. Peter White said drain cleaner. I haven't tasted it yet. Last year's was pretty interesting, but it's sold out here in Ohio, which is just nuts. All right. So let's go to the first one here. Let me get some water first. All right, guys. Are you guys ready? Third round. Here we go. Coming up. Good luck to you all. Yes, Spencer Mav. Spatula City. Amazing. All right, so this one smells good right off the bat, letter A. This one smells like Elijah Craig barrel proof a little bit. So if that's not in the blend, I'd be surprised. Hey, Lost in Boston just got another subscriber. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much, Lost in Boston. I hope you find yourself. This one is just really rich. This is all peanut, vanilla, caramels, almond, cinnamon. Man, good oak. This one I can tell has a good proof point to it. A little bit of a cherry there too. I'm getting a little bit of a peach flavor in there too. That's crazy. All right, the nose on here is really good. Let's go for another sip. Hey, Moose76 is here. How you doing, Moose? Holy crap. That's high proof. And I just came off drinking Elijah Craig barrel proof. What the hell is in there? Man, that is sweet and delicious. The finish is a little bit drying though, but let me go for another sip here. Wow, that's really good. Oh. That has got such a candy sweetness to it. You know what it tastes like? You ever have one of my favorite cereals? We're going to get on cereals again. Frosted Flakes. It tastes like a sweet bowl of Frosted Flakes. It's got this intense vanilla corn sweetness, and then it just comes in with like this. It's like it's sugar coated. Brown sugars. Still getting a little bit of that cherry spice. Good finish, good proof. Very viscous here. Yeah. And the more I sip on that one, the easier it's just... That's just drinking pure candy. Candy syrup. Sugar water. Yeah, I mean, it's like Frosted Flakes. It's crazy. It's so good. Victoria C said, just pouring Teeling single grain. Oh, I love that, Victoria. That is such a good Irish whiskey. Love it. Yeah, this one's really good. Let me take some notes here. Super viscous. Sugar, Frosted Flakes. This has a pretty long finish too. This is nice. This is a really nice blend. All right, water time. Fat Trumpet cherry spice. Yeah, cherry spice. You know, like a cherry and like a. Have you ever had a cherry pie? It's had like that cherry and spice all mixed in together, like cherry and cinnamon and nutmeg together. Hey, Jason Grezick's in the house. I don't think I saw you yet. How you doing, buddy? John Whiskey Sipper Watson said, yes, Jason. Frosted Flakes is the jam. Yeah, right? It's so good, man. I love Frosted Flakes. All right, let's go to number 2 or letter B here. Oh, this one's completely different. Completely different. Man, this one is super fruity. This one smells like strawberries. Strawberries, oak. This is like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but strawberry jelly. DH Silv says, man, I feel like I fail, but CYPB is damn good. Really, man? I would have to try that stuff again. When I tried it for the first time, I was not a fan of the Buffalo Trace CYPB, the Weller. I don't know. Maybe it was my brain already hating on it because I know that they didn't really follow the rules of what people asked for. They just grabbed some barrels and they're like, yeah, let's just throw this in there. We'll say it's what they crowdsourced. Fruity Pebbles Lynx Cat. This has I'm gonna guess here. I'm thinking this is from Cap and Make It Happen. I feel like there's a Texas funk in that one. I don't know if he put some batch 2 that just came out. Okay, I haven't tried batch 2 yet. I agree, Steve. Steve A, I definitely agree with that. Yeah, I feel like I'm smelling a little bit of Texas funk in there. There's some of that little bit of that root beer note with some really deep, rich oak flavor, kind of covered in strawberry jam and a little bit of a peanut characteristic. All right, let's go for a sip. I'm really excited to try this one. Here we go. Cheers. That is a really strange blend. Man, I got to go for another sip to break this down, guys. Hold on. It's really sweet up front, and I get that strawberry, but the finish on it is like astringent. It's extremely, I can't describe it. It's not alcohol. It's got like this nail polish remover thing going on. Not that I drink nail polish remover, I'm just saying. That's really weird. Anybody ever smell Aquanet, that crazy hairspray? And then after it, like my grandmother who had like a high afro hairdo back in the day, she would use Aquanet to keep her little fro jam up. And when she sprayed it, she would spray Aquanet like 30,000 pounds of it in the air. And then you would smell it like after the fact, like just kind of permeating through the house. And the finish tastes like that smelled, if that makes any sense at all. It's really, really crazy. But it's so sweet on the nose. I love the nose of this blend. Yeah, the finish is just killing it for me. Yeah. All right. Sweet nose. Palate is fruity, but finishes like Aquanet hairspray. Hey, Halden Kirkwood is here. I don't think I've seen you in the chat. Welcome to the Mash and Drum. Thanks for coming in, man. Jason Grezick just got a bottle. How are you guys getting a bottle of CYPB for $50? Where do these bottles show up? That's crazy. I've never. The only bottle I ever saw of CYPB on the shelf was like they wanted $400 for it. I was like, get the hell out of here. I'll drink my 25 bottles of antique before I ever touch that. Victoria C, and when you have your mouth open is the worst. Yes, when you walk by and the Aquanet just gets in your mouth. Oh, it's terrible. Rebecca Page, into all others, but does everyone get mustard on the nose from a whiskey? Mustard? I don't know if I've ever gotten mustard or mustard seed on a whiskey before. I would have to think about that, Rebecca. That's a good question. DH Hill, raffle at a store I don't even go to that often. Man, good on you, Dustin, to win that raffle. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, Jason Coates said 25. Did you sell 30 recently? No, I still have a good amount left, man. It's all good. Yeah, the CYPB was a lottery here in Ohio last year. I'm guessing it's going to happen again at the end of the year. I'm already waiting for the PAPI and BTAC lotteries to come through in Ohio. We'll see what happens. All right, let's go to number 3 and see what we get here. This one smells a little bit bitter and grassy on the nose. It is sweet, but very corn forward. Oh, actually, the nose is a little bit better here. Let me get some air in there. Man, my senses right now must be like really just like crazy and like sharp because I'm just picking up all sorts of stuff in these glasses. This one, again, is very fruit forward. A lot of vanilla. A ton of apple cinnamon I'm getting in this. I would think this has some Buffalo Trace in it if I was to guess, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm getting like this apple cinnamon pecan note in here. It's got a nice nose. It's not as robust as A, but it actually is. It's got a nice nose. It's very sweet, very welcoming. Light caramels. Brown butter. That's what I'm getting in here. It's like a nice, rich brown butter. Ever like cook like a fresh egg, but you get some nice brown butter in there first. You cook it down. It gets brown. Then you throw the egg in there. You get all that really nice caramelized flavor. This one is a little bit. Has a little bit more rye. I'm getting some more rye flavors in here, I think, too. Interesting. I'll be interested to know what blend this is. But cheers. Let's go for a sip, guys. Oh, that's nice. You know what? That's not the most powerful bourbon. But it goes to show you blend the right things. This has sweet, spice. Actually, a really good mouthfeel to it, too. That's surprising. I would have not have thought that off the nose. This one also has a very nice floral aspect to it. It's coming in with some floral notes. Maybe a Four Roses in there a little bit. Yeah, second sip's really nice. I'm getting a good amount of rye spice in there, though. But it's not that pickled dill rye spice that kind of turns you off. This is more like a little hint of kind of an evergreen or just a really nice rye spice in there. That's good. It definitely gives the impression that there's some rye in there. But maybe it's a high rye bourbon in there, too. Not sure, but it's really nice. DH Sill was 32 people in the lottery, had to win a lottery to get into the lottery, and had to spend money at the store to get into that one. I was drawn second and picked the one CYPB. Very cool, man. That's awesome. That's a really nice blend. It kind of hits you on both sides here. You get a lot of sweetness up front. You get some fruit. You get some of that that brown butter aspect to it, which is just delicious up front. And then the mid palate, there's not too much going on, but then when it gets to the finish, it just kind of explodes with this really nice rye spice. I really like that one. That's a good blend. I think this is a lower proof than this one, but the flavor and the type of experience it gives you is really, really nice. All right, so sweet. Let's see here. Palate was, let's see, up front is fruit. Finishes with some rye spice. I actually really curious to know what's in that one, because that's just a really nice blend. This one I just feel like is a powerhouse. Somebody blended some really strong stuff in there, but that one is. This one just has a lot of just nice nuance to it. So let's go in here. Hey, it's Scotch Comic. What's up, buddy? Haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for coming in. Karen B. Ford, FYI, bottle killed tonight. I knew you were going to kill that bottle. Karen sent me a photo of this bottle here. She bought a bottle of this, and she had like this much left. And she's like, I'm going to sip it during your live stream. I'm like, you're going to kill it during the live stream. And there you go. She killed it. Brian Brennicky says, got GTS there last year. Oh, that's right. You got the GTS. Brian, you got to let me know when that lottery is. I'm going to come down for it. I'm going to drive over to Indiana and join you if that's cool. Hopefully they won't kick me out because I'm from Ohio. Okay, let's go to the last one, guys. Let's see what we got. Oh, this is honey roasted peanuts right off the bat. Wow. Smacks you in the face. Honey roasted peanuts. A touch of cherry, maybe some orange zest too. Good amount of oak char. I would guess there's some either Jim Beam or maybe some wild turkey in here. Oh crap! It's tomorrow, Brian. Oh, dude, why they have that shit during the week? I gotta work, man. Damn it. Oh, that's nice. Some of these blends, guys, are creating are just insane. This one starts off like Knob Creek, but then finishes like a wheated bourbon. It's got all this fruit to it. Second sip, not as much. It's just, man, what the hell is that? Maple syrup. I'm getting maple syrup in that one. That is like Aunt Jemima all day. Aunt Jemima maple syrup. Sugary, sweet, delicious. As I like to say, delicious. Hey, another subscriber, the Dancing Ron Swanson, James Brower. Thank you so much, James. Cheers, buddy. Scotch Comic, if you picked up anything lately from duty free, and if so, what? I haven't. I haven't been really traveling abroad yet too much, but I did get a bottle of Talisker Dark Storm from duty free, and a while back I got a Boonhaven duty free only. So those are the only two I've gotten. All right, third sip on that one. It kind of died out a little bit. The nose and the palate on the first few sips are really good. Then it just kind of meh. That's a nice blend. There's got to be some kind of Knob Creek or Heaven Hill in there because it's really it's good. It's getting a lot of peanut. That has a really good proof point to it as well. All right. I'm going to go through these real quick one more time. Then we're going to pick out my two, and then we're going to reveal who the winners are. And then we're going to do another giveaway, so stick around real quick. Holy shit, it's already 10 o'clock. All right. It's okay. Cast strength isn't going on, I think, after me, so I think I'm safe. So we can go over a little bit. All right, perfect. All right, let's go through this one more time. So this was clearly just a complete proof bomb here. Gotta wash down that vanilla with some water. Yes, Trev. Thank you very much for reiterating my combination of New York and Southern accents. James Brower, back at you, buddy. Yeah, A is phenomenal. A is so good. A is just a candy bomb. You know what? If the finish wasn't so good on that one, I probably wouldn't go for it because it's so sweet up front, but it has this really nice spicy lingering finish that kind of saves it. If it was just sweet up front like that and then just kind of didn't have a finish, probably wouldn't go that direction, even though it does, taste like Frosted Flakes. But yeah, that one's good. Okay. All right, let's go to number 2 here. Now, this was the weird... Oh, God. Getting the hiccup. Sorry, guys. Excuse me. Steve A. Cast strength was on before you, and no wonder it's so late. It took you 40 minutes before starting your flight. Yeah, that's true. I wanted to taste some of these new whiskeys with you guys. Oh, this... All of a sudden, B now changed. Like, the nose on it... Well, I did say the nose is really good. This smells like cookie dough. Like fresh cookie dough. Man, that's good on the nose. Cookie dough and strawberries. Like, what the hell is in that glass? Ah, dude, but the finish just kills it. It literally tastes like hairspray. Oh, man. I'm not crazy about that finish. But the nose on that is incredible. Whatever this blend is, I've never tasted something that smells so close to cookie dough and strawberry in my life. That is crazy. Really good on the nose. But yeah, that hairspray finish is just really off-putting. I don't know, man. All right, so this one... This one I think is is very fruity and also very rye forward. It has a really nice rye spice to it. It's got some nice fruit characteristics. And on the palate, yeah, on the palate, it starts off really sweet and then it has like this sneaky finish to it. Yeah, and there it is. The only thing missing on that one is a mid palate. You get all this spice up front, all this sweetness up front. Really nice in mouth coating, but then mid palate, you kind of lose something. It disappears for like a split second, and then all of a sudden the finish just explodes with some really beautiful rye spice. But the sweetness on there is just so good. There's a little bit of a licorice aspect to it, which is really nice. That's why I think there's some rye in there. I don't know. That's my guess, and I'm sticking to it. Rebecca Page, horrible finish, but will hold for hours. Nah, this one actually went away pretty quickly. Hey, Blind Whiskey Reviews in the house. What's up, John? Are you watching yourself on your phone? I actually just have the chat up in case I miss anything. I have the chat here, but sometimes the chat moves too quick. So I go back to my phone and I can scroll through it a little bit easier. That's why the phone is up there. All right, this one has the second strongest nose of the bunch. Like I said, this was really fruity. This has a lot of pecan to it, a lot of kind of cinnamon spice, apple. This has a nice finish too, but there's not a lot going on here in the on the back of the palate. Well, I am getting a little bit of a spice there. Yeah, but you know what? The next sips, it just kind of dies off a little bit. I wish it just stayed. The only thing really staying true is the finish, which is nice, but all that sweetness is going. Whereas this one, you get all the sweet, then you get a little bit of a lull in the mid palate, and then it finishes really nicely. All right, I think I have my rating here. So I think I'm going to go this one first place. This is just awesome. I think there's Elijah Craig barrel proof in here. I'm just guessing. I think that one's first. I'm actually going to go this one second. This one third, and that one fourth. This one has an unbelievable nose, but it finishes like Aquanet, so I can't put it through. I'm sorry. All right. Let's see. Likely story. You like the way you look on camera. It's fine. Yeah, dude. I'm looking at myself right now. It's not like I see the same. I see the same shit every Wednesday. So let's go to the results, guys. Let's see who's moving on. That trumpet saying no, number 3. Did you want number 3 to be first, or you didn't want number 3 in it? Brian Brennicky said, so I just finished a Rebel Yell 100 ECBP blend that I let mingle about 30 minutes. Man, it was really good. Oh, I'm going to try that, dude. I have some Rebel Yell 100 right here. I might try that after. Captain Megan Hammond said, at least I got the order right. Okay, if you guessed, then all right, let's see. All right, so I have the results here. So let's start off with 4th place, which was the hairspray edition, but had a ridiculously good nose. This was the cookie dough strawberry nose, but finished like Aquanet. This is letter D, which was Cap and Make It Happen. I guess that was Cap'n because it had that Texas funk to it. Yeah, man. Cap'n, can you put in the chat what was in that blend? Because the nose on that blend is amazing, but the finish was just really, really weird. Fat Trumpet said, you're drunk, Jason. Go home. I am home. Are you talking to me, Jason? No, I'm definitely not drunk. I'm not feeling really any of this stuff just yet. But so far, feeling okay. The water definitely helps. Cap'n did not make it happen, according to Moose 76. Cheers, brother. The Oak and Smoke Whiskey Reviews is in the house. How you doing, Brent? Everyone wish Brent some good luck. The Oak and Smoke Whiskey Reviews. He has a baby on the way anytime soon. So very, very soon, a baby is coming. Unless you're at the hospital right now, man. But everyone give Brent some good wishes and raise a glass to him. He has a baby coming any minute now. So Tab A Key, thank you for the update. It's still 2-2, bottom of the 5th. Wow. All right, Captain, what is the blend in this one? Because I got to know what you put. Okay, it had to be the Andalusia Striker after it married a bit. Okay. So Andalusia Striker was in there, which I really love, especially by itself. But yeah, that had it just when it blended, it just got a really funky finish to it. All right, let's go to let's see, 3rd place, which was this one, and this one is A, which is Neil the Deal, the Bourbon Buddies. Neil the Deal, that was a really good, that was a really delicious blend. It just, as I kept sipping on it, it just didn't, all those flavors I got in the first and second sip just didn't stay. It got kind of flat as you keep sipping on it. But delicious blend, man. That was really good. When I first tasted it, I'm like, oh, that's definitely my 2nd place. And then as I kept sipping on it, it just kind of, all those flavors kind of went away a little bit there. So Cap'n Make It Happen said 2-part Old Forester Rye, 2-part Weller Special Reserve, 1 part Balcones True Blue, 1 part Andalusia Striker, but I sent it in your email. Okay. Oh, that's right. You did send an email, but it's good to know for the chat what was in there. I do remember that. It's got to be the Andalusia giving it that crazy finish because up front, it smells amazing. Yeah, this one has a really good nose, really good palate. It's just like the finish just kind of goes away after a couple sips. And you know what, to me, consistency is kind of a big sticking point with a whiskey. I want that first sip and second sip to taste the same as the 4th, 5th, and 6th sip. So this one just kind of lost a little bit, whereas these two kind of stay true. So that means we have Cap and Make It Happen and Bourbon Buddies Neil the Deal are out of this one. And then it comes down to Mrs. ADHD Fishing and Richie Z. So this is my first place. This is my second place. Let's go to the second place. I think I'll stick to buying bottles instead of blending them. Trev Wilson says, I blame the funkiness on Texas whiskey. It was the finish, man. It was all the finish. Okay, let's go to the second place. And that one is... Coming in first place, Richie Z. Coming in second place, moving on to the consolation round, Mrs. ADHD Fishing. Congrats to both of you. Richie Z, you made it through. Mrs. ADHD Fishing, you get through to the consolation, which means you will get something. But thank you so much. These two were amazing blends. ADHD Fishing, if you're still in the chat, what was in the blend? Richie Z, what was in your blend? Because this shit was awesome. It was so good. Drum roll, Richie Z. And he writes, oh my God, oh my god. Mrs. ADHD Fishing said, yay, I'm pissed. Mrs. ADHD Fishing, this was actually a really good blend. It's very complex. Every time I went to the sip of it, the finish and the front of the palate was just so good. It was just missing a little bit of on the mid palate, but Richie Z's was just a flavor bomb through and through, and had a really nice finish. All right, Hey, the Bourbon Road is here. What's up? How you doing, man? You recovered from? That is Jim Shannon from the Bourbon Road. Hope you recovered from your Michter's tasting tonight. So Richie Z says equal parts Russell's Reserve Single Barrel, C and F Store Pick, Rebel Yell 10-year, and the ECBP 917 and Michter's Barrel Strength Dry. I said there was Elijah Craig in there. There had to be. Yeah, that's a damn nice blend, man. Well done, Richie. Really good combination of bourbons. Mrs. ADHD Fishing. That is Yeller 107. I'm assuming she means Weller. 50% Old Grandad and 50% Rebel Yell 100. Beautiful, beautiful blends, guys. That's a nice blend. But I think Richie Z, using that, just for me. And look, guys, anybody here or anybody in the chat, if you tasted these blends, somebody's going to pick out something that they like different than me. But these two easily were just phenomenal, phenomenal blends. So Mrs. ADHD Fishing, congrats. And Richie Z, you're moving on to the championship round as well. Congrats to everybody. Thank you so much for submitting those blends. That was, it is a Yeller, literally, Steve A. Just delicious stuff. So I can't thank you enough. We still have one more round next week, guys. I do want to mention that next week is going to be I'm going to have a Halloween theme going on next week on the Mash and Drum. I actually am going to retell. I don't know if anybody in the chat heard my story from last year. I had way less subs last year than I do now of my my Halloween tale from my pet rabbit, Rocky. I'm going to be retelling that story for Halloween and my rabbit, what happened to him, and hope it scares the shit out of you because it scared the shit out of me. So hope you guys enjoy that. Hey, Eric Waits in the house. What's up? Captain Make It Happen said stop trying to sugarcoat it. Dude, the nose on your glass was amazing. Just the finish was just weird. But the nose was incredible, John. So good job. I don't know if any of you have heard the rabbit story, but I'm going to be retelling that next week on my Halloween themed Mash and Drum Wednesday whiskey night. So that'll be the next one. So congrats to Richie Z and congrats to Mrs. ADHD Fishing. I thought Rocky was a squirrel. Nope. Rocky was my rabbit. and something very terrible happened to my rabbit. But I will be telling that story again next week. So tune in, guys. Gotta run, everyone. Have a great night. Don't forget to catch Jason and I on my channel next Tuesday. We're doing a blind tasting. Yes, I am going to be on Blind Whiskey Reviews channel next Tuesday. I think it's going to be 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be doing some blind. We sent each other some blind whiskeys to try and to taste. So stay tuned for that next week. But now it is time for the second round of Let's Make a Whiskey Deal. That's right, guys. It's round 2. Steve A has won the first round. It is time for round 2. Here is the second bottle, guys. Oh, spoiler, the rabbit got raped by his dog. No, that is not the story, man. Come on, you're killing me, Eric. All right, here we go, guys. Here comes the second giveaway. This is bottle 2 for a shot at the at either Elijah Craig Barrel Proof or what's in either of the boxes. So the first one to guess, here we go. The only clue I'll give you that this is a bourbon. First one to get it gets a shot at the boxes. I'm looking at the chat and, oh, holy crap. Oh, ADHD Fishing got it. It is Old Ezra 7-year. Very good job, ADHD Fishing. One more thing you get to rub in your wife's face. Man. That actually sounded kind of dirty. I'm sorry. All right, ADHD Fishing. Good job, buddy. It is the Old Ezra 7-year. So I'll give you the same choice. You have either Elijah Craig C919, or you could take what's in box A or what's in box B. I'll wait for your answer, ADHD. Rebecca Page says, I've never seen it before. Congrats, ADHD. Okay, ADHD, what's your choice? You could go with Elijah Craig C919, or go with either A or B. What do you got, buddy? Arthur Lopez says B. Fat Trumpet says Mushroom Stamp. ADHD Fishing said, I would actually love the C919. I suck at this with bourbons. Says Jason Coates. Congratulations. All right. ADHD Fishing is sticking with C919. All right, so let's find out what he missed out on. In box A, if he chose A, would have been the Lux Road Distillers 12-year double barrel bourbon. Absolutely amazing stuff. That was box A. And if he would have chose box B, it would have been oh, Jephthah! Oh, no! You're a very smart man, ADHD Fishing. Good job, buddy. So ADHD Fishing wins the C919 sample, and then we have Steve A, who wins the Cleveland Bourbon Christmas Spiced Bourbon. So congrats to you both. I should have box A. Yeah, it's really good stuff, DH. So ADHD Fishing, I would have picked box A because I'm an idiot. Well, congrats, ADHD. I will reach out to you. We'll get you this sample here. Steve A says, I made the right choice, avoided Jephthah, and I'll have my own C919 before long anyway. All right, well, that's a good choice, Steve A. Awesome. Well, want to thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Congrats to Richie Z and to Mrs. ADHD Fishing to moving on to the next rounds. Amazing blends, guys. Thanks also to Cap and Make It Happen and the Bourbon Buddies for also submitting some great blends. Really appreciate you guys hanging out, watching tonight. And as I always say, it is not about the whiskey. It's the people you share with. So cheers. I'm going to take some more of this. This is the Maker's Mark. Cheers, guys. And I will see you next week for our special holiday edition of a Halloween Mash and Drum. So take care, everybody. Good night.